channel.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel Final Whistle, and thank you for staying tuned to this channel. AY Ogochukwu, you guys are welcome. Yeah, since the early hours of today, we'll be reporting the arrivals of players to the Super Eagles camp in the UK ahead of the Unitycup. We gave them the first 10, first 20, and now 22 with the arrival of Samuel Chukwueze and Stanley Wabali. Hopefully, the rest further we're expecting the likes of Maduka Okoye, Toluwaro Kodare, Christantus Uche, and Omas Obasegi. We have seen the arrival of Inclusion Chelle. He has given his press conference, a lot to talk about, and guys, what to expect now?
My brother, the man of the moment, Inclusion Chelle, held a press conference, and I think he was spot on with everything he said. He looked at it from all angles, talking about how he brought in the players, why he brought them in, the names that we felt like that they're not supposed to come in. He talked about every angle, and I think it makes a lot of sense because he's talked about how we need to change our game style, the intensity need to improve, how our identity would not change even as we include these players. So I think it makes a lot of sense for what we have been saying since. Look at the 10 local players he called on. Remember how when he came on, the first thing was to go and watch the Chan boys play live. After seeing them play, he still went and saw a few games, as far as going to Kano Pillars game to see them play. So I think all these things has now brought reason why these players are there and why he believes that these players has the capacity to do the needful. He said these players will bring another intensity to the game. They bring envy to the game. So it means that he was not comfortable with what he saw in the Super Eagles totally. So there's need for new legs and a change of players, while still maintaining the identity of the Super Eagles. You get, and I think for me, I've looked at him as a person, his work ethics and everything, and I would say yes, I love the angle he's coming from. If we give him time, he talked about the likes of Ahmed Musa for an example, what he feels that Ahmed brings to the game, the experience and everything. But he also still checked him in that this thing, talking about how even as you are bringing the experience, you must still give me what I want today for you to still call you back. And it makes a lot of sense. We can't wait to see them play on the pitch. But welcome, guys. Like you said, 4 remaining players. Christantus Uche is one of those players that I'm anticipating to see play.
Okay, thank you very much, Ugochukwu. AY, you have always said this, that there's never an okay or satisfactory call-up squad ever that we've ever seen relating to the Super Eagles. But it's safe to say Inclusion Chelle was placed on the hot seat to defend the players he actually called today.
Yes, and I think he started by defending the inclusion of some certain names. But I think when I watched that press conference, I think there are some things that are better left than not unsaid. Yeah, one of those things is the inclusion of Ahmed Musa and maybe Inclusion Iheanacho. I think it is best. There's no reason in this world that can justify the inclusion of Ahmed Musa and Inclusion Iheanacho. So now Inclusion Iheanacho, for example, now he does not even know whether he's going to stay in Boro or he's going to stay in Sevilla. Sevilla are talking about a reduced pay cut if he's going to stay, if eventually they are going to consider him to stay in Sevilla. Ahmed Musa, I don't even know where to start from. But the truth is, what we do from our own hand is, whenever a coach makes his decision, we will definitely support him. But whatever it boomerangs, we will probably critique you. That is it, because we have better players that would have probably been included in that list. So why just make that particular inclusion very useless? That's the word I don't want to use now, but that's what I feel now. From my hand, because the way I actually observed him, I always I always try to be objective about it. I looked at the Ghana squad because I look at it from 2 angles. I look at it from the commercial angle. We talked about how important the business of football is. Yeah. Now for the organizers, I think they might also be instrumental in the reason why we are seeing Ahmed Musa in the Super Eagles for this Unitycup, because he's like the biggest name so far in this list. Now I went to the Ghanaian list. I saw Jordan Ayew, a 33 years old man. The Ghanaians are also complaining the same way we are complaining about Ahmed Musa, who is 32. So we are looking at the commercial angle to this thing. For you, I am the coach of Ghana. Might really want to still, but he's like the oldest, 33 years old. He's even like a year older than Ahmed Musa, but he's still playing in Leicester. But when you look at Jordan Ayew, do you think is you know what I'm saying now? Now where is Leicester? Leicester is relegated. So I think if you are looking at it from the commercial angle, you can actually think, okay, nobody wants to do business and then allow his business to, because we are looking at how the coverage is going to look like. Maybe that's the reason why we are seeing those situations. But for me, and I said it before now, Ahmed Musa that I am seeing does not look like somebody that is ready to retire. Even before now, you guys have seen it now. So now I like the fact that Unitycup is trying to play the devil's advocate here. Okay, now if there's a pressure from anybody that is making me want to include any of these players on the list, I would. Now the world will see them play. That's the thing. That's why we didn't see the same names in the Russian friendly. Now, if you can justify the reason why I should keep on calling you, then you show the world. For crying out loud, Ahmed Musa is like the most experienced player in the Super Eagles. If you look at the list, now we are playing a Russian friendly. Don't forget that Ahmed Musa has played in Russia. So what seriously wants to? He has experience with the Russians. So why is Ahmed Musa not on that list? You understand? So he negates every fact that you can think of. So I'm glad that Unitycup is trying to play the devil advocate here. He's trying to maintain that, okay, yes, whatever pressure is coming, because this is not the first time it's coming. We've seen that pressure come the last time. So now there's no pressure about the competition. That is what Unitycup, whether you lose Unitycup, you are not losing anything. You understand? So this is the best time to try him. Do you get? This is the best time to try him. You can't try Ahmed Musa in the World Cup qualifier, and I felt the reasons why he did not take that chances by including him in any of the World Cup qualifying series that we see. So, but this is like a friendly and you're using Unitycup. So who says no? We will still want to see what he has to offer. But for any justifiable reasons, we have better players. We talk about the MPFL top scorer for crying out loud, Iheanacho, about 18 goals, not in this list. So, what did you watch as a coach when you say you watch the MPFL?
Thank you. I think a lot of Nigerians football fans and faithful share your concern. Ogochukwu, finally, before we go, there's something that Chelle said that I can't help but to mention. That is the midfield area. You understand? If we are looking at the Super Eagles for quite some time, we have been used to the combination of Alex Iwobi, Wilfred Ndidi, sometimes Onyeka. It's a mixture that we have never ever find the right combination. It's safe to say, out of the possible combination we have been combining, only Wilfred Ndidi stands. So we're going to be seeing different midfield combinations this time around.
Yes, I think he even tried to, not let me use the word disrespect, but tried to compare us with the Malian side. He said the Malians midfield is stronger, unlike Super Eagles. And even before he came, every Dick and Harry in Nigeria has said our midfield is a problem. The guys are not doing enough. Now, this Unitycup, we have Collins Ugweze playing in the midfield. We have Papa Daniels. We have Isaac Xavier. All midfielders. So you see what the angle is coming from. He tried to fortify that midfield more than no Frank Onyeka, only Wilfred did in the mix. So we are going to see a new team. Even me, I'm not satisfied with that midfield. Our attack is one of the best. He acknowledged that. He said the attack is our stronghold. But do you know what the attack would do if we had better midfield? The number of goals would have been pulling. We go and play 1-0, play 2-1. That's not enough for the quality that we have in front. So I think generally that midfield, if these players, they have this an avenue for them to showcase their talent, because it won't be them no good. Papa Daniels, this is the time. We have all sat down here and talked about you. At some point, there's a notion out there that there's a PR.
Yeah, we're getting paid.
Papa Daniels, please prove them wrong this time around. Give us that midfield, box to box, where we know you for, so that eventually you knock off these big names. And not see, big names not even they play football. If you good, you good. This avenue, Ugweze, Papa Daniels, and this guy, and as a savior, Crisantos Uche as well. Because, you know, people argue Crisantos Uche is actually going to be probably going supporters forward. All right, then if he's going to go in the midfield sector, this is another chance for him. That's all I have to say about the midfield.
Thank you very much.
I think he got it right. But I think the Malians were not as strong in the midfield until he came. So we want to see whatever recipe he used to spice up the Malians, to let him bring it. Yes, we know that we are strong in the attack, no doubt. But we really want him to also look for a way to actually get us to play, get an identity for ourselves, like he talked about. And who says no? That's why I like the fact that he's extending his tentacles to nooks and crannies of the MPFL to look for whoever can do it. If you can do it, then nobody says no, even if you are Ahmed Musa. Because yes, nobody says no if you can show us. And after the press conference, I saw him rub minds with the Jamaican coach Steve Goran, everything. They also he was also almost considered for the Super Eagles job. The Waterguan coach. So I can't wait to watch this Unity Cup. I am really anticipating the because I really want to see what these new boys can bring. I'm not going to lie to you. I know that a lot of people have seen enough of Wilfred Ndidi. They've seen enough of Alex Iwobi. They've seen a lot of we know what they can do. If some of us close our eyes when they say Super Eagles scores, you can actually guess who scores. So it's that Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman. So we are glad that these two guys will not be playing. So let us see what we can make out of this competition without our two star players, so-called star players. So I think for Inclusion of Musa, like I said, what it means to everybody is different. For Inclusion of Musa, it means let me get a team that can actually improve my team. One or two players to improve my team and get a team together that has chemistry, that has a synergy together. For fans, don't lose to Ghana. Yes. For the organizers, they say it's all about bringing the culture between football and money, obviously. Yeah. So between the Caribbeans and then the Africans. So whatever it is, I think it will be a win-win for everybody. As far as I am concerned, what it means to me is I really want to see a Super Eagles that going into the next World Cup qualifier, I can sit back and say comfortably would win, would play well, and would win, will get the remaining points that we need in the World Cup qualifiers. I think that's what matters to me at this point.
Thank you very much, AY Baba. Thank you very much, Ugochukwu. Yes, guys, 22 players officially in the Super Eagles camp. We're still expecting for Trust Final wish you to be your right channel to update you in case anything that happened. And yes, Inclusion Chelle was placed on the hot seat to defend the names he selected. And believe me, he has a lot to say. Believe me, a lot of people believe he's under pressure, but who knows? 28 is the match between the Black Stars of Ghana and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Trust Final wish you to be your show plug in terms of post-match, pre-match, everything. That's our time. We see you guys.